Welcome to today's video. I'm going to be discussing possible realism playstyles for 5 different creatures based on their confirmed behavior, in-game stats and abilities, and physical traits. First off, we have the canon behavior. There's not much here, but we do have that they have one called the Prophet, which is ranked above the others and can supposedly let their creator and God speak through them. This creature looks down on most creatures as lesser beings, and they have a rivalry with Paraxylene and will unite in large swarms to engage in wars against it. The in-game description is pretty useless, so I won't include it. Now on to the abilities. Well, the in-game stats. It has fairly high speed, high damage, low health, bleed attack and gold breath, area escape, keen observer, and nothing else that I can remember. Physically, it has large wings and decently sized smaller tail wings and head wings in great numbers. It's not too big under its fluff and wings. First, we have the fact that air is a carnivore and hunts for food, which will affect the playstyle already. Then we have the realistic combat. Realistically, it's not meant for head-to-head combat. Due to how small it is under many of its features, it's very fragile and can be easily beaten by a creature who can manage to hit it. Because of this, it would realistically utilize its wings for agility, and they are also using gold breath to make its enemies have difficulty catching it. While using this strategy, which is comparable to the fight between Toothless and the Red Death in the movie version of How to Train Your Dragon, it would also be biting its opponent whenever safely possible to deal high damage and make it bleed. An air would continue this behavior until its enemy either dies, runs off, or forces the air to run. In addition, the ability Keen Observer indicates an air can easily tell how injured another creature is, so it can go after weaker creatures or know when to escape when fighting stronger ones. This creature would have no respect for smaller creatures, attacking them if they didn't get out of the way or give up their food. When in a pack with other airs, which is likely how they live, although it isn't confirmed either way, whoever the pack alpha is would probably have the final say in anything, as it's the closest in-game position to the air's Prophet. Because of a long rivalry, if one sees a Parahexilian, it will call the other airs to fight against it in swarms. In summary, the air would live in small groups, look down upon other creature species, and fight against opponents such as Paraxylene by avoiding attacks and putting in their own whenever possible. There's really not a lot of useful information here at all. I just have that they're very loyal and will only have a true love once, and for some reason, their main source of food is shrimp. According to the in-game description, they're very mysterious and most creatures haven't seen what they look like. They also like cleaning the warden shrines. Sorry if my voice sounds a little bit off in this section. I'm kind of getting sick again, I think. Anyway, it has Fortify and offensive stat effects, Keen Observer, 4 out of 3 night vision, and no other abilities I remember right now. I'm doing a voiceover, I don't actually have the screen up right now. It also has lots of floating bits, and based on the wings, it's probably magical. That is all I have here. So in conclusion, based on the very limited information I have about this, realistically, you would play as a scavenger. You would avoid people and use night vision to stay far enough away from them that they don't see you at all. There's not really anything at all useful at fighting, so normal aerial PvP seems reasonable based on the stats. According to the canon behavior, it's a collective design of 3 of the wardens, Angelic, Aegeon, and Boreal, and each one has a different skill and quality, which is not helpful, but okay. According to the description, they're mischievous and also basically immortal. It's able to survive for slightly longer in a fight because of resistances to breath, bleed, and injury. It also has the Hunter's Curse ability, which might be meant for a last resort in battle. Since it doesn't have a lot of offensive abilities and it's an omnivore, it's probably not very aggressive. It also has Keen Observer. In the end, you can basically act however you want, as long as it should be considered mischievous, since there's not a normal behavior pattern that I can see. Keep in mind they're not meant to be a hyper-aggressive predator, instead mainly eating fruits and herbs, and occasionally weak creatures. Avoid fights most of the time, but fight back if you're attacked. You might want to revive after dying to follow the cruel curse of eternal life. There is no canon behavior, so I'm going to skip that. Yippee. According to its description, it's brave and frightful and roams deep forest thickets, which could mean jungle, redwoods, and maybe swamp. It's also mellow and does not pick fights. There aren't any useful physical features that hint toward the playstyle, but it has Fortify and Pack Healer, so it might defend itself in living groups. So if you want to do realism as this creature, find a few other people using it, And if you're not already in one of these locations, migrate to the redwoods, jungle, or swamp. Don't be afraid to go near other tier 5s, but also don't attack them unless you're defending yourself or you really need food, since you are an apex predator. According to its behavior, if they find another one of their species, they will bond for life. A couple will only have one offspring in their lifetime and will take care of it for as long as it needs and wants. The description is not helpful. Everyone knows about its toothpick legs, but it also has drowsy area and heat observer. In conclusion, to play Realism on Angelic Warden, play it mostly normally, but don't go out of your way to fight someone. If you're attacked, use drowsy area and try to escape first, but if they persist, then you can try fighting them. If you find another one who actually wants to do Realism, stay near them in a normal way, and if you want to test someone, only invite one person. That marks the end of this video. If you want me to do more, please subscribe and tell me what creatures you want me to do next.